أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my brothers and sisters. My brothers and sisters, a very important topic I want to speak about, and a reminder for myself and everyone out there, is very plain and simple. And when I say this, I don't just mean it in a sense of remembering your creator. I mean it in a sense of remember why you're here. Remember your purpose here, my brothers and sisters. Remember what is important. Remember that when you pass, everything that you've worked hard for in regards to this dunya is you're not taking nothing with you. The only thing you have is your amal. The day of judgment is very near, my brothers and sisters, and we see all the signs. The signs are very clear. We see it in today's society. We see it all around the world. We see how shaitan has normalized so many things that are so haram. The Rasul ﷺ states that a time will come when adultery and drinking will become normal. It will become a norm. And today it has become normal. Today it is cheaper to commit zina than to get married. Because in order for a lot of brothers today to get married, the brother's looking at 80 to 100 grand. It's cheaper to commit zina than to get married. Today, homosexuality is all over our TV, all over the shows now. It's become normal. It's normalized in TV, it's normalized in our cartoons, it's brainwashing the children, it's brainwashing the people. Haram is becoming more and more normal. And a lot of us are sitting back and accepting it. Today we have Muslims that are willing and happy to say Merry Christmas, willing and happy to display a Christmas tree in their shop or in their butcher. We're compromising. We're saying it's okay, it's normal. Allah Ghafur Rahim. We're forgetting our values. We're forgetting our deen. And if you continue to compromise, and if you continue to let things slide, and if you continue to forget your deen, forget what is important, how you live is how you die. When you forget Allah, my brothers and sisters, when you forget your deen, your life is going to be miserable. As it states in the Quran, فَمِنَّ لَهُ مَعِيشَةً ضَنْكَرًا, and his life will become miserable because you forgot Allah. And in the day of judgment, you will be resurrected blind. You will say to Allah, I had vision in dunya. Why, Ya Allah, have you resurrected me blind? He goes, you forgot me in dunya. We forget you in the akhirah. So my brothers and sisters, today I'm going to the shop. I'm walking past a Muslim butcher, halal butcher. A lot of brothers right now and sisters watching this video, oh, what's up? What's the big deal? When you've got that mentality of what's the big deal, there's the problem. There's the problem. We have compromised our deen. We don't take our deen serious anymore. It's all yallah, go with it. Who cares? It's not a big deal. The minute that you're no longer ashamed to sin, the minute where you're no longer seeing something as a big deal anymore when it comes to the deen, that's when you've become lost, my brothers and sisters. Because this deen is a guidance. And the minute we take this guidance not serious and as a joke, and you know what, relax brother, relax sister, that's when you yourself has become lost. And how you live your life is how you're going to die. My brothers and sisters, a warning. Next week, you got Christmas coming, you got New Year's Eve coming. Pull your socks up. And I don't mean this in a sense to insult anyone. I mean this in a sense is remember you are a Muslim. Don't westernize yourself. Don't forget your deen. During Eid and Ramadan, you don't see the non-Muslims fasting. You don't see the non-Muslims practicing our faith. Don't practice theirs. لَكُمْ دِينُهُمْ وَلَا دِينُ. What they believe is what they believe. What we believe is what we believe. We show them the respect, but that doesn't mean you compromise your deen. That does not mean you start compromising your religion. Because what you may start seeing as not a big deal, what you start teaching your children, they follow you. If your daughter sees you putting up a Christmas tree, when she grows up, she's going to start putting up a Christmas tree. If you put your kid on Santa's lap, when they grow up, they're going to put their kid on Santa's lap. Lead by example. If you open up the Quran and your son sees you reading the Quran every day, it's in his brain, it becomes tattooed in his brain. When he grows up, he will start opening the Quran and start reading the Quran. If your kids see you pray, they will pray. Lead by example. On the day of judgment, Allah holds you accountable for your kids and how you raise them. Don't compromise your deen. Don't sell your deen for mere pleasure. A real Muslim is a Muslim that fights his temptations, fights his desires, and speaks haqq in regardless. If I tell a non-Muslim to do something that's in our faith, they're not going to do it. They're going to say, we don't believe in that. Why are you willing to compromise your deen? Why? Why are you willing to sell Allah and sell the sunnah of what our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us in order to please others? Why are you selling your beliefs to please others? Allah mentions this in the Quran. Even when you do this, because there's a lot of people that do this, and I don't want to say it because it's very harsh and it's very judgmental, and I'm not in any position to say this because people are going to take it the wrong way, but he calls them the hypocrites. But those hypocrites, I'm not going to say it, I'm not pointing the finger here, but those hypocrites that sell their deen, he sees them the same as the kuffar, exactly the same. You're acting like them, you're mimicking them, you're dressing like them. You've sold your deen for them. He sees you as one. Deen al-kuffar is one, my brothers and sisters. I'm not calling anyone a kuffar, but watch how you're living your life. Are you living your life a Muslim, or are you living your life closer to a kafir? I'm not judging, but ask yourself honestly, how are you living your life? My brothers and sisters, please, for your sake, these coming days, next week, remember your deen. Remember Allah Azza wa Jal. I read something today, and wallahi, it was like a punch in the face. It said, displeasure of Allah is not when a person is poor. A lot of people today, you know what, I'm poor, I don't have this, I don't have kids, I don't have a house, Allah must not be happy with me. No, that's not true, my brothers and sisters. Wealth does not determine how Allah feels about you. But listen to this quotation. Poverty does not show the displeasure of Allah. You know what the displeasure of Allah is? When the person is no longer praying, when the person is no longer going to the masjid, when the person is no longer practicing the deen. That's the displeasure of Allah. Because my brothers and sisters, when you're praying, when you're giving in sadaqah, when you're sacrificing, when you're doing good deeds, it may be from your own accord, from your own will, but Allah has blessed you to do that. Me giving this video right now, MashaAllah, brother, Allahumma barik feek, brother, thank you for the reminder. It may be me doing it from my own lips, but Allah has chosen me and blessed me to do it. When I go to the mosque, it may be me, myself, driving to the mosque, me, myself, doing the ruq'ah, but Allah has chosen me, Allah has blessed me to go to the mosque. So this is the pleasure of Allah. When you're worshipping the deen, when you're doing 100%, when you're worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal, when you're following the deen 100%, this is a sign of the pleasure of Allah, because He's blessed you to do so. There's so many people today that can't do it. I've spoken to so many brothers, brother, why don't you pray? Inshallah, inshallah. Mentality, they can't do it. They're too lazy. Shaitan has infiltrated their brains and has made them lazy due to the sins that they commit every day, due to the fact that they don't repent every day. Their heart has become hardened. So my brothers and sisters, the moral of my topic is, don't forget your deen. When you're praying, when you're doing good deeds, this is a rizq, this is a blessing from Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah has blessed you, has guided you onto the deen of Islam. So my brothers and sisters, again, when Christmas comes, when New Year comes, this is not our holiday. We still show our respect because, you know, I'm not preaching hatred here, but don't compromise your deen. Just like they don't compromise their religion. If they're willing to say Happy Eid, that doesn't mean you have to start saying Merry Christmas. Because a lot of scholars have spoken about this. This is kufr, my brothers and sisters. We don't believe in these things. We still show the respect. You follow your deen and we follow ours. That's it. And we still show that respect. There's no hatred here. But my brothers and sisters, pull your socks up this next week. Don't forget yourself. Don't forget Allah. Don't forget your deen. And don't sell your deen. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to guide all our Muslim brothers and sisters to the deen of Islam, to forgive us all, because no one out there is perfect, no one out there is sinless, to keep us guided on this deen, and to have mercy on us all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.